The top part here, this is what they're looking at get taken away, because this is so cumbersome. Like, you can never sit straight. You're always twisted. I've had some people tell me, and I do believe it, that walking around with a socket prosthetic, you have to exert twice as much energy for whatever you are doing. I'm David Fair. I'm from Fort Macleod, Alberta. I'm a welder, and then I've had lots of experience in heavy-duty mechanical and ag tech mechanical. It was an icy morning, very windy morning. I was just coming out of Fort Macleod at 60 kilometers an hour, stepped on the gas a little bit, and it just happened that when I hit the ditch, flipped the vehicle over, landed on its roof right on the driver's side, right in the front there. In the end, I was pretty broken up. I had a broken neck, I had a broken shoulder, 14 broken ribs, 4 of them flailed, lesion in my spleen, fracture in my pelvis, both my knees were hyperextended the wrong way, left knee was shattered, and then my right, I broke some bones down on below the knee, I broke some bones there. I almost lost both legs. This is what I've got here. This is a socket prosthesis. This one here is on by vacuum. You can never sit straight. You're always twisted. I'm hurting by the end of the day. My back hurts, everything hurts, so. That's my prosthetic there. And so it's a whole pile of layers. My leg isn't lined up straight. I don't walk properly. I gotta take it back off and realign everything. How do you go work for somebody and say, hey, I've got to lay down for 2 hours in the middle of the day, flat on my back, so I can rest. You know, you come home and you're tired and you're beat, and you want to go do something with the kids, or you want to go do something with your wife. Well, a lot of times that puts that out.
Yeah, good. Nice. This feels okay?
Yes.
Yeah, just that little bit of rotation. Don't let this part of your body move. There you go. Good, David.
It hurts more this way.
Yeah, when you do it the correct way, it definitely is harder.
Coming out of osseointegration, it was kind of overwhelming because it was a major operation. I mean, they shortened my leg again by, I think, 4 centimeters, something like that. And then they put a metal rod up the center of the bone. So now I have a metal rod sticking out of my bottom of my leg. So that's what I get to live with now, which in a lot of aspects is a lot better than it was before. But it's slowly getting better every day.
It is getting better, yeah. Yeah, it's softening up. Why don't we just do a couple of laps across here and then we'll go into the bars.
Sure.
And do that.
Okay.
So do you want to just...
I mean, the first couple of weeks, it's very tiring. It's a lot of work.
And then careful when you turn that you're not pivoting on that foot.
Well worth it, because a lot of times your gains were daily. Like every day was getting better and better. Every day was better than the last.
Try to slow the right leg down a little bit.
They got to the point of getting my prosthetic leg back and adjusting it, and then 2 crutches for walking aids, forearm crutches, and then slowly progressed off of those, getting my body healed, and then getting me to put weight on my own bones again. I hadn't been using those bones for almost 5 years. Okay.
So go ahead and hop up on here, use your arms lots. Yeah, just place your feet up there.
Got it.
So lifting this up and down in front of your body nice and slow. Try to have a little bit more weight on that left side.
The Glenrose, the whole team effort, it's been great. It was Serena, it was the prosthetist, it was the doctors, they all talked to each other. They all basically kept tabs on what the others were doing. The whole team effort just made everything better. That part has been really, really good. Okay.
Fantastic. All right, so we'll hop off of there.
Comparing socket to osseointegration, osseointegration is so much better. It's not even describable. And the feeling of what you're walking on, I can walk across the room and I can step on a small cord and I can tell you that it's a cord. I can feel the slippage under my foot. And whereas you can't get that through a socket. It always feels like it's not a part of you. This now feels like it's a part of me.
My wife does my jeans for me, so she puts zippers in for me. And then this is my leg, this is the osseointegration. The shaft goes in the center of my bone and it goes all the way up to here. And that's the simplified version of it. And this is how fast it comes off. Literally that fast. And it attaches in here. And this is one of the features of having osseointegration is I can rotate it. So, and then to put it back on, it is literally on. It's that fast. And that's one of the nice things about osseointegration is that saves so much time compared to with a socket and taking so much. The fastest I ever could put my socket on was 5 minutes. That was the fastest. And that was not guaranteeing it was even going to be straight.
Sometimes with the socket, in the middle of the day, you'd have to stop and take it off and change and put more padding in and stuff just to make it fit properly, or take padding out. The more you'd overwork it, the more you would pay at night when as soon as you took the socket off, it would be all blisters. Whereas now, I don't get that. I don't get, even if I do overwork it, it's because the rest of my body is tired, not just because my leg is tired. I still have to be careful with it that I don't over twist it. So there goes my hockey career, which I didn't have one before anyways, but that's besides the point. But overall, it's so much better. This gives me more time to spend with the family and more quality time at times, because instead of being home and just laying down and just being right tired, I have more energy left for the family a lot of times. And I'm not saying that I still don't go home and lay down for half an hour or something like that just to recuperate a bit. But it's overall, I do have more time for family, for other activities.